Hey guys, so welcome to the next episode of the show. So, if you're watching this interview anywhere else but within our private community called High Ticket Client Attraction Insider Circle, be sure to come join us. Now, that group was put together specifically for coaches, consultants, service providers who are serious about getting consistent, high paying clients to their businesses and scaling to that 6 and that 7 figure level. So, if that's you, I would highly recommend coming to join our private Facebook group. Now, with that being said, today we have our guest, Kay Hamilton. Hey, Kay, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's lovely to be here.
Awesome, you're welcome. And you said you were in Australia, right?
Yes, I'm in Tasmania, Australia, so way, way down under.
Yes, way, way in the future as well, too. I think it's Sunday for you. On my
Yes,
end, it's like Saturday here.
yes.
Okay, so Kay, tell us, what is it that you do?
Well, I support women in business to remove whatever it is that is holding them back from being seen and heard. So I call myself the Courage Activator. So what I do is help you transform whatever it is that's holding you back so that you can actually become present on social media or feel confident enough to talk to your clients. My mission really is to support women to come out from behind their from behind the scenes so that they can actually live their true and authentic potential and enhance their life in every way that they want to.
Hmm. That is so awesome. And you call it the Courage Activator?
I'm the Courage Activator. So I host a live TV show on Facebook every week.
Hmm.
And during that, I use several techniques to support the inner transformation. And you get a little bit of a sense of how I work on my TV shows called
Hmm.
Activate Your Courage. So I work with energy, I work with intention, color, essential oils, and meditation. I usually put people into a bit of a meditation so that they can drop in and get all the answers from within, or to really look at what's really hiding behind what's preventing us from coming out, because
Hmm.
we always have those stories that hold us back.
Yeah, awesome. Now, what's the story behind the painting behind you? That looks like a very interesting painting.
Yes, so this is one of my paintings, and when I was setting up my little space so that I could jump online and interact with people like you or my clients and my show,
Hmm.
uh, this painting just fitted in beautifully, and it's an example of some of the work I do. So when I work with people, I take you through a process that while you're dropping into what you're doing. And what I do is I actually use color. Actually, I've got one here. So I
Hmm.
channel I channel drawings, I channel color. So this is part of the transformation process. And
Right.
so this is an example of another one that I've done. So people who work with me one-on-one, they get a drawing of their own that I've channeled, and that is part of the process. So I take a photo of it, and then a lot of people put that on their phone because it helps them to anchor that in. And then I send a hard copy so that is, the idea is that then every time they look at the piece of art and they connect with it, that really helps them to stay uplifted and to stay focused on what they're doing. So it's a bit of what would you call it? A bit of this is who I am. It's a reflection of who they are and where they're going and what their dreams are and what they want to bring forth.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. And it's fascinating. And you've created a business around helping others with that skill here. Now, in essence, how long have you been doing this type of stuff?
Um, well, I've been dabbling in a lot of this for quite some time, but
Hmm.
I'm myself activating my own courage and coming out. My TV show started in about October last year, late October,
Hmm.
and I've been turning up online every week, and that's how I connect and engage with my audience, and people get to see me. And on this show I do little mini readings with this because I do use essential oils because the pivotal part of the inner transformation, because we know that essential oils one of the most powerful ways to invoke change, because they help us to release past emotions, past memories, and they also open the door for the new ideas, the new thoughts to come in. So I've packaged this up, and I suppose I've been working with this for 6 months now.
Mhm.
And I have some beautiful essential oils. So, for example, here's one I'll just pick up next to me, and it's called frankincense.
What's
So
it called?
frankincense,
Frankincense?
frankincense, yes. So
Uh-huh.
frankincense is one of those oils that will help keep us really grounded, but will also give us those uplifting thoughts that are going to support us to stay positive and more balanced and inspired. So we have lots of different oils. I'll see if I can grab another one here. So this one's called Harmony.
Mm.
So, for example, when we're feeling out of kilter, we get out of bed and we've, our mind might be in overload about something, or you might just think, gee, I'm really not firing on all cylinders today. You can pop on some Harmony, and that works with all the chakras in your body to help bring balance. And we're becoming more and more aware of the fact that we are energetic beings. We're
Mhm.
not just a physical being, and our thoughts are involved in that. And so that's where the oils come in, because they work on our vibrations, which is really what I'm all about.
Mhm.
Yes.
So with the oils, how do you use the oils? Is it something you rub on you? Is it something you just
Yes, you can rub them on. So, well, what I would do, well, I've got my diffuser here. So my diffuser is always going in my office, and I might have. So if I'm lacking inspiration, we've got a beautiful blend called Inspiration, and that will, in the bottom of that is a little plate, and it
Mhm.
vibrates the oils at a really high rate, and it disperses them around the room. So um, it breaks, the vibration breaks them down into microscopic size pieces, so it gets distributed through the mist. So when I come into my office, I'll often come in and I'll put my diffuser on, set the scene, and when I come into my office, it just smells delicious. So that immediately lifts your energy. So if you smell a rose, or if you're walking somewhere and there's a smell in nature, or when you go to the forest and you might go to the rainforest, or and it's just rained, or it's the mist is around, and that smell evokes a mood. It's uplifting. And so that's how they work. So here's another way. So I have some frankincense, and I
Mhm.
just place a drop in the palm of my hand, and I reactivate it to energize it by circling it in your hands 3 times, and then I simply smell that. And you take some deep breaths, so you're oxygenizing, your body, and you're getting, fresh energy into the depths of your lungs. And then you've got this beautiful smell of frankincense that has gone up through your nose, in through your nose, in through the receptors, travels through the brain, travels through your limbic system, and it works its magic
Mhm.
that way. Hmm.
Okay, good. So how did you I guess how do you is that called energy healing? What is have you heard of energy healing? What is energy healing?
Energy healing. Well, I suppose you've heard of prayer,
Hmm.
or intention, or affirmations,
Right.
or um, we are not just our physical bodies. They can prove now through technology that we have energy. We are quantum physics. We have an electrical system in our body. We're not just our physical body. We're our thoughts. We have an aura. We have energy. So, are you getting me, or is
Yeah.
this all new to
No,
you?
no, no.
So,
It makes sense.
yeah,
Makes
yeah.
sense.
So when I work with people, I use my intuition, and I can sometimes, if I'm working with someone and we're getting them to drop into what they're really wanting to shift or transform, I will take you back to a time where those kind of thoughts have happened earlier in your life. And people will sometimes come to me and say, oh, look, I'm fine, my courage is fine. But
Hmm.
when they really tap into what's going on, I'm really good at bringing people back to the point of origin of where those thoughts happened. And it might be something might have happened in your childhood, and it might be your father or your mother or your brother or your sister, or somebody has said you're not good enough, or don't do that, or until we transform those inner thoughts, we can get stuck on, I will call it like a train line, or stuck with that tape in our head. So when we bring our intentions into what we want to do, that's like an energetic thing, really, isn't it? It's not something physical that you
Right.
can feel or grasp in a real sense, I suppose. But we're more and more we're awakening up to uh, our full potential as people. Like, if you look at over the times, technology is changing. We're living in different times now to what we have in the past, and those things are going to keep evolving, and we are becoming sort of multi-dimensional, multifaceted, um, holographic. So there's so many aspects of ourselves, and that's what energy is about. So when I do my readings with people, my energetic drawings, I'm bringing in something that I can't physically sense, but I'm bringing in colours, um, thoughts, ideas, and that's what I channel onto the piece of paper that I work with. So during my sessions, I'm channeling those. I'm channeling and tuning into the person to bring to light what needs to be uncovered in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know whether I've experienced, like, if you think of prayer or love or intention, or, you know, that thing of you're thinking of someone and the next minute they're ringing you, or you think of someone and then you go, and then you hear something and go, oh, that's why I've thought of that person a few days ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really powerful. That's really powerful. I know when I was first getting started on my journey in business, I literally thought business was, because I'm more like the external type of making things happen and going out to the world and trying to make things happen. And that's really how I approached my business when I was first getting started. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why I wasn't becoming successful. I had all these big dreams, getting to six figures,
Yes,
getting to seven figures, I had all these big dreams. And I went in the world and I tried every single thing, and nothing seemed to work. I always ended up in like the same place and I couldn't figure it out. But it was when I saw a transition and really looking into this internal thing, the type of stuff that really, I don't think no one knows enough about it to understand. When you start getting into that world, it's like one of the things where that's when I realized to myself, I made the biggest shifts in my life and my business. And that's when things really started to take off, when I really started not excluding what's going on the inside, but really embracing it and
yes,
exploring that whole world, because
yes,
it's pretty fascinating when you really get into it.
yes.
Yeah. So I guess the question now becomes, like, how did you what excites you in terms of continuing to do this? What's that vision that you see with what you're doing here?
Well, I suppose that in part that comes from the back end of my story, of my journey of being a single mum, bringing up children, doing it tough, and becoming resilient. And I just see that many women these days are in that situation. I think domestic violence is something that's being exposed more and more. And I guess in nature, I'm the type of person who wants to help people. I'm
Hmm.
actually a school teacher, trained, and I really wasn't enjoying elements of that, and love the children, but it was not. It's not a creative environment and as free um, as I would like it to be. And I think I've just evolved into this. I like change, and I have been doing some of this energetic work with people, and they absolutely love it. And I think that just lights my heart up. And the idea of uh, becoming, uh, becoming a victim of your situation doesn't excite me, but becoming somebody who can overcome things that hold you back, blocks that are put in your way, that does excite me. I have a passion for this, and I think I'm at a time of my life where I've raised my family. They've grown up, they've left home, they've moved on, and then you get to a stage, well, where am I? Where do I fit in this? What would I like to do? And I'm not the kind of person who wants to sit at home every night and watch television. That doesn't excite me. So I like to do things that are, one, fulfilling for me, and two, giving back to the community and helping to raise the consciousness of our community. I feel like when we have these gifts and when we have knowledge, it's our responsibility to pass it on. That's what I embody. And I guess the essential oils that I'm using, they came into my life 10 years ago, and I felt that is something, it's ancient wisdom, it's not new technology, it's all new knowledge. It's something that it is time for the world to come back and learn all those things. And I just felt, well, I've been part of this journey. I know what they've done for me and my inner transformation. I know they give me options to stay well and healthy, and that they promote and they maintain and they support me on all levels. And I think people are looking for new answers, not just going down the old track. There's a lot of people experiencing issues that I believe our way of the world has compounded. So things like what are we using in our homes to make sure that our bodies are being looked after. So I've eliminated all toxic chemicals in my home. So I just use cleaning products I found with these beautiful oils that I'm using. I just bought a kit of oils, but then I started exploring, and then I realized the company we have nutritional supplements, we have skin care, we have beauty range, we have all sorts of things, and they're all natural. And I think the world is thirsty for this knowledge and thirsty for places to access products that come from integrity. So I'm an old greenie at heart, and I love the idea of sustainability. Where I live in Tasmania, it concerns me because they're still raping and pillaging our forests, and we have big fights here to awaken people and to stop some of the corruption and the misuse of our resources here. And so when I came across these oils, I love them because they're organic, they're sustainable. We're the top essential oil company in the world, and we have farms all around the world. And every year they bring on new farms, new partner farms, or they purchase a new corporate farm. And it's a really exciting thing to be a part of. So our company is like a movement for the betterment of each and every one of us, and for the betterment of the planet. So that's what I think really what happened was I found the oils,
Mm-hmm.
and then the oils helped me to find me.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a symbiotic relationship where I'm in harmony with that journey, and I just love the idea of sharing this knowledge with other people. So part of my work with my transformation process, it opens the door for people to have a discussion about oils. And lots of people will then, go, oh, this sounds really exciting. And then they'll start using the oils, and they start using them in their business. So if you want some more abundance, for example, I've got a little shelf here. So if you want some more abundance in your business, the oils help to raise our energy and raise our vibrations, and help to bring us in alignment for what we want to call in. So I wear abundance on my heart every day, with the idea of that I'm bringing in abundance of health and wealth and friendship or collaboration, or whatever you're working on at that moment. You can incorporate that into the use of the oils. we all know a lot of people love affirmations. That's quite a popular thing for people to take hold of. But the thing is, if we're using affirmations alone, that's quite good. But it becomes much more powerful when we're incorporating the oils with it, because the oils help release the underlying sabotages that are underneath those emotions. So we might be just saying those emotions, but until we release what was there underlying them, they can still get stuck. So it just brings another layer of richness to whatever you're doing.
Yeah, beautiful. I love how you said that. Something you mentioned as far as you said, was it's courage and like with knowledge, I guess, with what you do, the place where you are right now with what you're doing, it seems like you're doing something again that's fulfilling to you, and in a sense giving back. And I think that's so important, a place to be in our lives, because I know most individuals, they get to the point where what they're doing is they're just going to work for some money. They're just
Yes.
doing things that they really don't enjoy. They're not passionate about, but they're just doing it just because they feel like they have to do it to survive. They have to do it to live. And I believe that we should all get to a place in our life, in our business, everywhere, where we could just do the things we enjoy, not just to support us, but to that enriches not just ourselves, our family, but the entire world,
Mm,
in a sense. And
absolutely.
it seems like, yeah, you're on that path right now with what you do here.
Yes. Uh, I have this belief that if everybody knew how to look after themselves truly in an authentic and empowering manner, imagine what our community would be like if we all knew how to um, remove what's not serving us, move away from situations that we're not happy in. If we all knew how to do that, life on our global community, imagine how exciting that would be.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what's behind my where I really come from, because to empower ourselves also raises the energy and the awareness of other people. And I have women saying, "Our courage is just what we need." Now, it doesn't mean we don't have fears or we don't have blocks. It just means we come up with a plan, or we find the answers, or we meet the people, or things come our way once we start looking at those challenges with the light of what can we do to get ourselves out of this situation and get ourselves into a better
Mhm.
place.
Yeah, powerful stuff. So the question now becomes, if someone wanted to learn more about you, what you're up to, and what you got going on, what's the best way to reach out to you?
Well, if you know that I'm your friend, they can friend me on Facebook. You can also find me. I have a page on Facebook called Activate Your Courage with Kay Hamilton, and I haven't hosted my live TV show there yet, because that's about to happen this coming Tuesday. But I also have a public page called Kay's Oils, and I have an essential oil group, which I call Kay's Essential Oil Wisdom. So people can reach out. If people are interested in a little mini session with me, I can offer some mini readings. So if you want, I could even pull an oil out for you just to give people a snapshot of what I do, if we got time, or are you interested?
Mhm. What, say again?
I could pull an essential oil out for you intuitively, be guided
Mhm.
to something, and give you a message today, right now. If you would like me to give you an example, just a little snapshot of how I work.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's check it out. Let's see what you got.
Okay, check it out. All right, so this is exciting on the spot. Uh, yeah, I want you to have a little bit of an intention of something that you would like a bit of guidance on, just or
Mhm.
something that you might like to transform, and I'll see what I can come up with. I have so many oils that, okay, here's one for you. So you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. And you said,
Okay.
what do I need to do right now? You said, think of
Oh,
something.
okay. So what I want, all right, I'll take that back then. I want you to just to think about something you'd like a little bit of guidance on, or maybe something that's giving you a bit of a block at the moment, something you're working on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So have you got
Got it.
something in your mind?
Yep, got it.
Would you like to share that
Nope, that
or
one's
not?
personal.
Okay, that's
Yes,
okay. That's
yes.
fine. Just that's okay. And I've put you right on the spot here.
Oh
So,
no, no worries.
okay, I've got a whole lot of shelves here, a whole shelf here of oils. So this one is called Into the Future.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're looking at expansion in the future and looking at what might come in for you that is going to help you with that expansion. And it feels like a connection with somebody who you might work with or collaborate with.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense to you?
It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm following along. Yeah.
Following along. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a little book here this is called Releasing Emotions with Essential Oils. And
Mm-hmm.
I often refer to this. So I'll just see if I can find Into the Future in here and give you a little bit more insight into what's going on. Into the future. So there might be a sense of the emotion is limited. So
Mm-hmm.
there might be a sense of something's limiting you at the moment that you want to dissipate, expand, or move on from.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to use Into the Future, that would help you to open the potential or the possibility of expanding whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. And it might be business, it might be something personal. So when I work one-on-one with someone and we're not on the world stage, we can dive into those things and really dig a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just to kind of get the concept of what you just shared here. So you said when you do this type of stuff, you have someone think about some intention, something they want to
Yes.
bring about,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
then does it come from a place of knowing that okay, that's what you want, but there's some type of block in there or something?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Because what I heard you
Yes.
say was that there's some block that's holding you, and then
Yes.
whatever the
Yeah.
oils are, it's like it kind of like takes off the block. Is that
Yes,
about right?
yes, yes. So with if yours was I am limited, if there's something that you're kind of thinking, wow, how can I do it? It's there might be this little niggling that's hard, it's impossible, I can't do it. And what what when I do my drawings, we flesh that out with you, and then using the oil would help to disperse whatever that is. It might bring new insight, and in this case, it would help you become expansive and open to potential, or to become open to
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is you want in the future.
Got you, got you.
Does
Awesome.
that make
Makes
sense?
sense. Yeah.
And then I give,
Makes sense.
leave people with an affirmation. So your affirmation could be something like, I am safe to be expansive with my whatever's going on for you. I can't pinpoint closely because if you're in a situation where I know exactly what's going on, I can fine tune your affirmation. But you could probably think of something around what, dig deep, what's blocking me. Okay, do I want to deal with this? And the quicker we deal with it, release it, let it go, then we're setting our stage for a whole new place to play in, or to become expansive, if expansive is what you've been looking for.
Yeah, I love it, love it. Those are some powerful techniques. I know over the years I spent a lot of time doing stuff like that on myself as well too. But I
Yes.
know the mindset type of these things. They're
Yes.
definitely pretty powerful. Awesome,
Yeah.
Kay. Well, hey, appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. It's definitely been a pleasure. And I'm not sure if I asked you. Did I ask you already? Like, what's the best way to reach out? Yeah, I think I did. The best
Yes,
way to
you
reach out. Yeah,
did.
you didn't mention your YouTube channel though. What's your YouTube channel?
Oh yes, Activate Your Courage
There
YouTube
it is.
channel, and
Mhm.
I've just I've got a few little videos there, so I'm just at the stage of getting myself into, across different different sources. I also have a paid group, a little free group where I have a free webinar and some free videos on tips, and I've just about to launch that. But if anyone wanted to join that, that's a free group. It's called Activate Your Courage free webinar,
Mhm.
and you can get a bit of insight to me there. But of course, come and join me. Come and join me on my live TV show, which is in Australia at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night. So for you, oh, I suppose, yeah. So it's not such a good time for people in the USA, but you can always watch the replays and set your alarm off and get up early, or reach out and have a chat. I actually offer free little mini readings, a bit like what I did with you, offline. So if people are interested in a little mini reading to get to know me and have a little taste, a sampler of what I do, well, people are welcome to do that. So.
Mhm. Love it, love it. Well, thanks again, Kay, for being here. Really appreciate you making the time, and we shall be in touch. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. All the
You-
best.
You're welcome. Awesome. Enjoy.
Okay, thank you.